Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Inspired Good Fat Life. And today we're just going to talk for a few about really what is Inspired Good Fat Life and how, what are we doing to kind of help inspire you to, and ourselves to live our good fat life. So I thought with where we would start is what we believe. I'm working with a group of students in Detroit this summer, and we were watching Simon Sinek's Why on TED Talk. And if you haven't seen it, it's really worth watching. But he talks about our why, and the why for Good Fat Life is we believe that everyone comes into this world full of potential. We all do, right? And each of us brings something special that is needed for the whole. And we all are different. And that's part of what makes life and each day exciting is because you never know what's going to show up and fill in that little missing puzzle piece to something maybe you're working on. An idea, a book, a recipe, a work project, fitness, whatever it is. There's always something that we need, an idea, a product or service from somebody else that is that's just missing. And so our belief is that we're here to help each of us rise. And so we've created a platform. We're creating a platform to connect the community, connection and community. And so one that connects people who are looking for that idea, that product, that service, with people who provide that idea, that product and service. And it's going to be different for each of us, all different times of our life or our day. I mean, our days are made up of moments. It's one moment after another. And so we are providing. We want to be your trusted best friend that provides those little nuggets that let you live your full potential. And so I thought I'd just kind of go through our issues a little bit and just kind of talk about what's there. So here are we've got events. What's coming up? We've got an event on October 14th. It's called More Wonder, Please. Fall in love with yourself. I mean, who doesn't want more wonder in their life? So that's going to be a great, cool thing. And we also have a community service. We always work with nonprofits and community service, and we're always looking for ways that we can share and edify and highlight the work that people are doing out in the community. And of course, as many of you know, we have our world headquarters is at Brighton Lighthouse. And that's another example of people that had a dream and a vision, and it's coming true. So that's very exciting. And we get to be part of it. It's like Disneyland for adults. I'm not kidding. Going to work every day is a real joy. Let's see. So we have one of the things too is eating. We have a nutritionist, and the article this month is Embracing Gluten-Free, Making It Easy and Fun. Now, I'm a gluten-free person, and it's been kind of a rocky road. But this last year, thanks to inspiration and help with Carolyn, I've learned that eating gluten-free can be a lot of fun. There's great options. And so the mindset, I had to change my mindset around it. So instead of being like, oh, I can't have, it's like, let's get curious about what I can have. And I will tell you, I have found so many delicious and fun alternatives. And actually, the adventure now is in finding those alternatives. Even birthday cakes. I make birthday cakes now, which was my big bread and like baguettes, and birthday cakes were my big losses. But now I've found ways to have both of those in. So that's cool. Another thing is that we provide a monthly self-pause. And we say pause because we all have those moments in the day where we just need, where you're just kind of going like, I'm tired, or I don't want to do that, or, you just want a little break. And so we say, take a little break. One of the things, and we have 8 areas that we look at, and that's our emotional health, our financial health, our social, the people we hang out with, our spiritual life, non-religious, just how we relate with something bigger than ourselves, the space we live in, it's really important, physical, taking care of ourselves, moving, all of that, work, the work we do, whether it's volunteer work that you're paid for, work at home, whatever, caring for your family, how we manage those things that we do that give meaning to our life, and then our personal self, how we just take care of our self-care. So those are the things that we do every month. We add, like for July, this issue's got July, August, and September. So like personal. So one of the things that's like a real challenge for me, because I like to collect stuff. I'm not a hoarder. That's not at that level, but I do like to keep stuff. And so my commitment is to remove at least 5 things from my living space every day. And it can be just a piece of paper, it can be a book, a piece of clothing, something that I just really don't need anymore. And you'd be amazed, a spice that's expired. I mean, we all have those. And it's just amazing how much energy you move out and allow space for new and interesting things to come in. And so since I've been doing that, I've been gifted some lovely things, some books, some flowers, some note cards, jewelry, just some really interesting things. It's an energy exchange. So as you move stuff out, you make space for new stuff to come in. So there's always those kinds of things in there. And one of them is financial. So, consider making a list for everyone on your Christmas list and start looking for an experience that you can share. Because at the end of the day, none of us really needs more stuff, but we can for birthdays and Christmas, for meaningful gifts, look for experience, because that's what we remember. Maybe we can take a picture of it and then you have it captured for life. But if you make your list now, then we have this why do I have a hard time? Reticulator activator in our brain, and we are wired to find things because every day we're bombarded with millions of images coming in, stuff coming in, but our brains are constantly sifting and sorting to only allow in to our conscious self those things that we're really looking for. So if you have on a list, I want a meaningful, fun experience with mom, or with my brother, or with my best friend, those things will start pop up, and they will come into your conscious, and then you can build an amazing experience and full of wonder for your holiday. So however you celebrate. So those are just some kind of things that we do at Good Fat Life. We really spend a lot of time and energy curating the magazine and the website, our experience, so that not only do you get the best information on eating good fat, because here's the truth, is good fat is important, and kinds of fat and the amount of fat that you eat for different areas of your seasons of your life. As a baby, you need different fat than you need when you're a senior, and as we age, it splits between the good fat that you need as a male or a female, along with age. So we're really diving deep into that, and more about that later. One of the other things that we really are important to us is that everything is aligned. So anybody who advertises in our magazine they support clean earth, healthy living, and like with Snedicor's Cleaners, who is a partner with Good Fat Life, they offer green dry cleaning as well as pickup and delivery. So that means that your clothing is cleaned in a way that is actually supports the environment, supports your clothing, and they also pick up and deliver. So just a quick shout out is I literally, as part of my self-care, I have a yellow bag and I put those items in my bag every week that I want to be cleaned. And I've even added like sleeping bags and comforters because my washing machine isn't big enough to clean those things. And they do it beautifully. So I just put it on the doorstep and 2 days later, 3 days later, it's back. So that's part of my self-care is that I know that my clothing, when you think about it, takes up a lot of time for some of us. I know there's others of you um, who, have a very, very simple clothing lifestyle. And there's a lot of things to say about that. Why, right? So it's choices that we make. But some of us find a lot of joy in our wardrobe and the clothes that we wear and shopping and planning and daydreaming and all of that too. So that said, we have these delicious and healthy recipes, and every recipe in Good Fat Life is going to be full of good fat. It's not going to be processed foods. It's not going to have sugar in it that is not necessary, and it'll taste amazing. It will be really delicious. And so those are just, like I said, and then we have a reading room, and these are books that you're just not going to want to put down. And the books are always aligned to support the articles and the focus of each issue. And then, of course, there's my favorites. And so these are things that I've found along the way that I really want to highlight and connect with. For example, Emily Stone is an integrative health coach, and she has empowered bumps and boobs. And I was at a baby shower last week for a very dear friend, and I was delighted to gift her with coaching with Emily around breastfeeding and what's coming, because that's a huge part of every newborn and every new parent, and breast milk is full of amazing good fat. So it fits. It's aligned with the message and the things that we're wanting to talk about. So I want to just take a moment and talk about fat. So there's fat as in fat. Food we eat, good fats, and there's lots of bad fats, but we really talk about and stress the good fats. And then there's fat as in fat. It's a slang term for directly related to the word excellent. Synonyms also include awesome, beautiful, lovely, stellar, great, terrific, hot, wonderful, fabulous, superb, prime, fantastic, slick, quality, fine, dope, marvelous, grand, cool, groovy, classic, heavenly, bonny, top, dynamite, superior, marvelous, fab, sensational, unsurpassed, high class, fantabulous. And those are just some of the words that describe fat, as in PHAT. So here at Good Fat Life, we get to be both. We get to be all about food and nutrition and supporting you physically and mentally and emotionally. And then we also get to be all these fun, fab things for creating a healthy lifestyle. So that said, I encourage you to check out Good Fat Life, Inspired Good Fat Life. You can find our print edition. We're also digital. Oh, and did I say that we are now at Barnes & Noble? And the fun story with that is when we first started Good Fat Life in October of 2018, I snuck my first copies in to Barnes & Noble, and I placed them in the stand, and I took pictures, and I said, someday we're going to be here. Well, that someday has come, and we are here. And that's another part of Good Fat Life. It's manifesting our dreams, we support each of our ideas of things that we are wanting to create into life. And that's part of living your good fat life. So that's a big success for us. So check out Barnes & Noble in Brighton, and where if you want to get an issue or hold an issue in your hand before committing to a subscription, that's all good too. So on that happy note, I want to thank you for being here, being part of a good fat life. And we would love to hear the kinds of things, little things that you do. I don't know, I call them life hacks. And so an example for me would be, I was raised with Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music. And those came out when I was those movies came out when I was a child. And in both of those movies, sung by Julie Andrews, who's got an amazing voice, in Mary Poppins, she sings "A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap, the job's a game." And in Sound of Music, she sings "My Favorite Things." So raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Now it's totally gone blank. But these are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. So both of those songs have really been instrumental for me, and it pops up every day when something comes up and I'm like, one of those songs will come into my mind and I'll find that fun to make the job a game, or I'll just remember something that I love and I just feel good. Our bodies, our minds are wired that we can't feel sad and happy at the same time. So when we have that happy thought or a gratitude, something we really care about, we instantly actually physically release chemicals in our body that make us feel better. So again, on that happy note, check out goodfatlife.com and see what's going on. We're adding stuff all the time, and think about what your favorite things are and look for that fun in every job and go out and live your good fat life. Thanks so much for being here.